Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpix.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
Okay, Mavericks and Hornets. We got the NBA card, 9 games and some important games. Certainly, as we get in these play-in situations, is what everybody's talking about. So look at the line there because it's going to move here in a second. For whatever reason, the chemistry majors here. Uh, that being the Dallas Mavericks, everybody. They're now up to an 11-point favorite. This game opened like 9.5. So everyone, I guess, is just the Mavericks are just so good. They're gonna go out here and just pound the Hornets. I mean, yeah, okay, Hornets are terrible. Whatever. Ever since Ball went out, they're terrible. They're still covering. They're still not terrible at covering spread. They're still covering a few spreads here and there. Give a lot of credit. I don't know. They last game what they just played. When was it? Okay, couple nights ago, Dallas won at Mindy 117-109. They didn't cover the spread at home on that day, laying 16 points. Can they cover 11 on the road in the same matchup today?
No. The end. I mean, again, we talked about, who can the Mavericks beat by 10? I mean, I don't see it. I'm going to go ahead and take the Hornets. Still 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 here. Mavericks are just struggling. I don't know what else to say about them. I'm going to take the Hornets.
I'll take them too. I'm sorry that we're on the premium play on the Hornets. I'm not sorry. Come on. Do have some injury factors certainly to talk about. Oubre probably going to be out. Rozier questionable for the game. These are big deals. I'm sure that's why the Sharps are even willing to go in on Dallas here. The total's gone way up as well to 230.5. If that really happened, I don't know. Butterscotch, stay away from Dallas. Ferner likes the Hornets. Thomas likes the Hornets as well. Stephen Scotty will play the Hornets here. Ziggy says, I'm on the Mavs. I'm on the Mavericks. I don't care if they're 15-31 as a favorite this year. He says, I'll take them anyways. So they have, Mavericks having all kinds of issues. Charlotte's 14-21 at home against the spread. They're no good either, but again, they just played two, right? Now you got to go. Yeah, Marcellus says no Rozier. Look, these teams kind of, they definitely. Charlotte's 12-24 to the under at home this season, and Dallas has gone under in like 6 of their last 10 with a push. So, Dallas usually they tend to go over as a favorite. So Darren says PJ Washington. Yeah, and you know what else? PJ plays a little bit. PJ plays a little bit of defense, you guys. You know. All right, Howard. I don't know what Howard if we want some Hornets here. Yeah, it's tough, Chris, right? Because we're all the Hornets. I mean, they're basically winning at about 30% rate, but they're getting these points. They just played. They covered the spread at Dallas, right? Losing by what did I say, by 8? All right, let's take the Hornets. Yep. It could, Scotty. It could be. This could be the moment. This could be the moment the Mavericks put it all. They get, Kyrie. They're a happy go. They have their great. Everything turns it around for the whole season. Thomas says PJ under. So not making fun. I'm not calling Scotty out on that. I'm just saying, man, Dallas has all kinds of problems. Kenny here as well today. Good to see Kenny. All right. Pick Zombie's going to take Hornets money line. Is that what he's talking about? plus 400 or so. Bulls and Lakers. Oh boy, this total's heading down here big time. And the action's coming in, no doubt, on the Bulls. Lakers open 4.5. It's now down to 3, and the total's down to 223.
Yeah, I'm going Bulls here as well. 4-1-1 against the spread the last 6 in Los Angeles. They're 4-1 over their last 5 games, putting up almost a 115. Lakers just a little bit struggling, 3-2 over their last 5 games here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Bulls plus the points here today.
I got it. I'm on the Bulls. I think the Bulls are going to win this game. It feels like to me. You see the move. Man, because we know the Lakers, we know the storyline, but this has been a significant move to the Bulls, no doubt about it. Now, Anthony Davis is probable, but D'Angelo Russell is questionable, and I don't think it looks that great for Russell. DeMar DeRozan, he's back in the lineup for Chicago. He's had that quad injury. He's probable tonight. Now, Caruso, he is questionable, but DeRozan is in. DeMar loves to play in Los Angeles. And I'm going to agree with you, Mindy. I think the Bulls, I know we're taking plus the points. I think they can probably win this game.
Okay.
Lakers need it. Lakers need it, but it's not Sunday night. They're playing a day game today. Not that that means anything. I just think of the Lakers. Usually they play that Sunday night, but it's TV day here, right in the middle of the NCAA tournament, by the way. Looks like Ziggy under in this game. I think it's this game, yeah, but I don't know. Here's Thomas Lewis. He's on the Bulls. Ferner, Lakers money line. He likes him. Butterscotch, our Chicago correspondent, says take Chicago today. And Pick Zombie says, you think DeRozan will go over today? Let me see if I can look at my rating real quick on him. I would think, let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good matchup for DeRozan. I should have known. I mean, I like the Bulls, but the numbers. Darren on the Bulls. And, Jeffrey's going to be on the Lakers here.
Right. Never a doubt.
And Bulls not good on this with this stat here. Zach over points, it looks like, for MLM. I think Howard is trying. Is that a bull?
It must be a bull.
Looks
I don't
like
know what a Laker is.
Well, we know what a Laker kind of is, right? But we don't know. I don't think we have an emoji for the Lakers.
Right.
But it is funny. They're kind of like the Utah Jazz, right? The Lakers kept their name after moving from Minneapolis. And the California's.
What happened to the Supersonics? They turned into the Thunder, right?
Yes. I hope they bring the Supersonics back.
Agree, Ramon. Agree.
The Sonics. Okay. All right, Mindy, we're on the Bulls here. We're 2 for 2 in the NBA. Let's take a look at the Spurs and the Celtics.
All right.
Yeah. Mismatch. Can you say mismatch? Celtics minus 16. The total is here 232. What you got?
The Celtics now 232. So that went down a couple points, it looks like, huh? Trending to the under. I'm going to go ahead, though. I'm going to take the Celtics today. I think they can win and cover this gigantic spread. They are 5-1 in their last 6 versus a team with a losing record there against the spread. Spurs still only scoring like 100. So I'll say the Celtics can go ahead and cover this today.
Yeah, the total's definitely on the move lower. No doubt about it. It got steamed to the under, but I don't know. It just seems like the Celtics, to me, we've seen a couple games lately in some of these mismatches. Yes, you know, maybe some of these big dogs have been able to get the spread, but then in a couple of them, what have we seen? 150 to 120. Tatum on the injury report. He's questionable with a hip injury. Brogdon back in the lineup. He's probable. Spurs. It's been a pretty, we know they've had a problem, with the personnel over the past several games with several players out. There's not even worth, you don't say like, I mean, maybe Sohan, but other than that, they're all just names. But still, when you're missing your top line players, you have to play the next line, especially if you're the Spurs. It might be a bit of a problem. And Thomas Lewis remembers the Sonics in winning the championship.
Right.
I think that was, I want to say it was 1977. They beat the Washington Bullets. They beat the Washington Bullets, if I'm not mistaken. Thomas in the Spurs here. And here's Ziggy says only way to go is under. Yeah, I mean, especially if it's like 130 to 90. But Turo says maybe in the first quarter spread. Yeah, well, this would be a time to sit him, right? Total's going under. I'm scared, though. I'm scared. It feels like, because I just feel like Boston, could it be 140 to 110 or something? Ziggy says can't trust him on the road. Scotch on the over here. Yeah, fair enough, but that would be an 8-year sample size. No, one time the last 10 games. So that would be a 5-year sample size. The Spurs, they've been on the decline. Scotty here, team total under for the Spurs. Ferner not willing to lay 16 points. Jeffrey Linton, team total over. Moneyline Mills on the over here. I kind of like the Celtics, but I don't want to. Oh, Curtis got Spurs as a lock here. Kind of sided Mindy. I'm not going to put us in that position, though, Mindy. I'll take the over in this game.
All right.
I don't mind the Celtics here. Probably going to find a way to get on them. Further says Spurs score 100. They're going to need more than that to get this over. Well, maybe they won't. Like I said, maybe it'll be 140 to a 100. But this total will take you over and cover the spread. And Thomas Lewis talking about Tatum on the points, rebounds, and assists. But I would think with him on the questionable for the game that even if he plays, and again, I mean, if his props are probably going to be hard to come by anyways until we get confirmation on him. So there's no doubt if he plays, Thomas, you're going to be on that. It looks like so. But again, and maybe bookmakers will tick him down just a little bit because of the chance that he might not play as many minutes. I don't know, but he is on that injured list and is questionable for today's game. Hello to Steph. Don't worry, Steph. We're all crying about Kansas State. Kicking ourselves a little bit in Florida Atlantic. They really, really looked good. Okay, so Mindy on the Celtics. I'm on the over. Memphis and Atlanta. Memphis, so now a 2.5 point favorite here. A total 243.5. What is that right? 243.5. We saw yesterday that ridiculous game, and I said I'm kicking myself because I said it was, oh man, this could be one of those, and it sure enough did, and we might be in the same situation here.
Well, I'm going to still head to the over. I liked it better at 240 when it opened, but I'll still go here. It's 5-1 the Grizzlies last 6 overall, 8-2 in the Hawks last 10, following a straight up win as well. Going over the total.
It's supposed to. Yeah, it's supposed to be just an outrageous total here, and I guess it will. The reported steam came in on the under, but that's, you know, that must have just been the first move from the sharps. Maybe it was a head fake because look at this thing now. It's just, you see it there at this large number. These two teams, they're not like they're massive over teams, but we're starting at that point of the season where, like I said, that Indiana Atlanta game, I don't know what it was at you guys, 274 points or something like that when it was all said and done yesterday. See what they say in the comments here. I'm going to be on Memphis, I'm pretty sure. Uh, who likes Trey Young? He's really cool, huh? What did you always say about him? And he was in pain.
Look tired or in pain. Yeah, like just
Throwing the ball at the
yeah.
referee yesterday.
What the
Got
heck?
kicked out of the game. I'm 4 years old. There's Thomas on the Grizzlies. I think Latifah likes the over. Ziggy leans Memphis. Latifah steps it up, but says over, not just over, maybe over. Grizzlies play of the day. I'm on it. I'm on the Grizzlies here. I kind of want to get on the over. I just, after I blew it, after I misread yesterday, and I had the big over call on, but I was like, man, that's really high. And here I don't have the over call on; it's still high and going higher. Usually, a market move like that, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to tail this over for sure. Just ignore my numbers. Memphis on fire. No defense. Grizzlies money line spread is manageable, says Scotch. What do you think? Let's see. What do you think we haven't seen here? Do you know what pick zombies means? Or go ahead, pick zombies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Howard Hogan on the Grizz with a close one. Steph with some numbers here regarding the way these two are coming out right now. Jeffrey on the Grizzlies. Ron G, Grizzlock. Brent says everybody's talking. Got him on the Grizz. So I'm on the Grizz. Mindy is on the over. Probably should be riding with Mindy here.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta team total under, Curtis says, because of that back-to-back yesterday, playing at home back-to-back days. But, man, that was outrageous. It's only scored 150 last game. What do you expect? That's right, Dave. Vindication. Why is the spread just two? I don't know. Atlanta. Ziggy's saying what he's saying is that Memphis is underrated here in this matchup. Rockets and the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers, another one of those big favorites. Cavaliers minus 14.5. 226 down to 14, 226.5.
Well, I mean, this is one of those that I kind of feel like the Cavaliers haven't really been beating anyone by this, 13-point spread. I'm going to go ahead and take the Rockets here. Rockets 3-1-1 against the spread in the last 5 here overall. Cavs are 3-0, only scoring 116. But the Rockets, even though they're 0-3, they still score about 115. I think it's going to be tough for the Cavs to cover 14. I'm taking the Rockets.
Yeah, if you go by, how often they cover the spread, it shouldn't be a problem, but it is, a big number here. Rockets, let's see what their injury reports like. That Atlanta game, I'll tell you guys right now, it is on the move over the one we just talked about. It's now up to 245.
Jeez.
It is on the move higher right now. For me here, I'm gonna definitely be leaning towards the under with Houston and Cleveland here. I'd rather lay these points, but I do have the same concerns that put actually Mindy on the Rockets here. Do the Cavs have that blowout instinct? Just not sure that they do. Ziggy says he would take the Rockets. Evan Mobley double is plus money, I think is what he's saying there. Cavs, lay the Cavs, says Brent Cook. Butterscotch says under. Adam maybe on the under. Brent's got the Rockets on fade. I'll take the under at 220. Ooh, it's up to 226. Wow. Okay, I'm on it. I'm on the under. Mindy's going to be on the Rockets here, getting a bushel full of points. Look, I think the Sharps are going to be on the Rockets here. Wizards and Raptors. Raptors a 9-point favorite here. That's gone up certainly. It says 9.5 there. I think it's actually down to 9.5 to 9, and the total here is dropping too drastically. 220.5.
All right. So what do we got here? You said for a spread. Is it still the same?
9. Raptors 9. I mean, we know it was sent out at much lower, but
yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take the Wizards here and the points. They are 13-6 against the spread the last 19 here. Both teams 1-1 over their last 3. I'm going to go ahead and take the points.
All right. Mindy with the Wizards taking those big points. Looks like a sharp move to me as far as wanting to grab the 9 now. I don't want to do it. I'm still uncomfortable. Well, just, you look at Toronto, they're a team that, at home definitely can get some spreads. I know everyone's going to say, oh, yeah, but I mean, Toronto, come on. They're going to have to cover, 9 points and not just some spread. They're still 23-15 against the spread at home. Washington not getting many numbers lately. Okay, they beat the Spurs. They blew them out. But before that, they were in a woeful mess getting numbers. So I'm going under here, 220.5. Probably was going to be I don't know. I thought it was going to be at least 225, but everybody's on to this one. Sounds like the Sharps are all over this. They steamed it under. I'm going under. Can't do as a premium now, so not at 220.5. I still think it's going to be in the 2 teens. Mindy will take the Wizards, however, and I'll be on the under. Let's see what's going on in the comments with this game. All right. Latifah's on Toronto. Thomas is on the Raptors. And Ziggy's going to lean here to the Raptors. Pick Zombies, Raptors, Butterscotch, Toronto. Oh boy, I was leaning with you, Mindy. I just have problem.
right.
The Wizards aren't getting a lot of numbers. The Raptors are able to cover. Raptors all day here, says Steph, but maybe just putting them in a money line parlay. And Thomas says Wizards are hurting. Adam says Toronto. And Wizards always get you right. This is the time. This might be the spot for Wizards. And right, as Steph pointing out, the notable injuries here for the Wizards. And again, I'm showing, this thing could be going up still even higher. Toronto has some injuries as well. Trent Jr. questionable. Barnes questionable. Achua is questionable as well. And they've already had a couple of other injuries. But obviously Kuzma, Beal, out of this game already right now. Missing big points there. All right, but, you guys are still on them here? Early on them. Brent Cook, Raptors. I'm with Ferner. and Steph pointing out maybe that they'll dominate the boards. Werner going to have to lay 2 more points than that unless you're going to buy it down to 7.5. I mean, this thing, he says I updated to 9, and then I look back at the odds screen again. It's going right back up to 9.5 right now at many books. All right. Mindy's on Washington. I'm on the under. Nets and Magic here. In this one, the Magic are a 2-point favorite, a total 225.5.
I'm going to go over the total, Ramon. The over's 4-0 in the Nets' last 4 games here, playing on no rest, 5-1 to the over for the Magic's last 6 home games here as well. Both teams putting up about 117. I'm going to go over this total.
I'm going to join you and go over the total tonight in the Nets and the Magic. I'm expecting a big effort from my Brooklyn Nets here against the Magic tonight. I think maybe an upset might be the call, but I like Mindy calling the 225.5. These two teams aren't overwhelmingly over teams right now, but I think in this matchup it might get to 230 for sure. Let's see what you guys have to say. Ron is going to be coming in on the over in this one. And Big Zombie says, Nets on a heater. I said, I've been on the Nets for weeks. I don't know if we can call a 1-game winning streak a heater, but
Right.
2 in a row. They're coming, though. They're coming. I think they're coming. Yeah, Steph says the Magic have been a pretty bad home favorite this year. Werner on the Nets here. Ziggy leading over. I'm on the over with Mindy. And I expect a strong performance from the Nets in this spot. Let's go over 225.5 and pick up our third play here on this card on Sunday. Thunder and Trailblazers. Thunder -9 here now. 9. Heard the news. Bummer. Damian Lillard. That's probably going to be it for the season for Dame time. And but this total has gone up to 232. Doesn't quite make sense considering that news that Dame will be out. But nonetheless, but Thunder, we like the Thunder, but now they're laying 9 on the road.
Yeah, I don't know if I can take the Thunder laying 9 on the road. That's kind of where I'd probably, lean to, but I'm going to go under the total. It's 5-1. Thunder's last 6 road games here versus a team with a losing record, 6-2, and Trailblazers last 8, also versus a team with a losing record. Gonna go under the total, so I'm happy when it goes up a couple points.
Yeah. Well, it's just not Lillard. I mean, Simons is out. Nurkic is out. Grant is out. They're all out tonight. And, the Thunder, they're on the road. Maybe they'll put up a big number, but it just took, to me, the steam came in on the over. These two teams, they definitely are over teams, but I think that's just a lot of personnel missing for the Trailblazers. The Thunder coming in here. I mean, now you're going to tell me that it's going to be 120 to 110 Thunder. The Blazers going to get 110 points. I don't know. I'm going to go under with Mindy in this one. I think it's tough to lay the Thunder in 9 points, but Portland is not going to have a very strong lineup out there. A lot of comments coming in on this game.
Well, that's the whole thing, right? I mean, if you watch Game Day Picks on Friday, I talked about Thunder when they've been on the road. They haven't gotten over 110 points in like their last 6-7 games. So.
Yeah, Portland has a lot of players out of this game, right, Scotch? We want them as dogs, right? We want, and that ship has almost sailed. Giddey triple-double. Does that include turnovers? Poor Giddey. Everybody's making fun of that pass, but I think he had the right idea. It would have been a great pass. He just led the guy a little bit too far. So, yeah, Ron says, no Dame's going to be equal in L. No Dame, that means And we already know the season's lost for Portland, but yeah, Steph. Yeah, Thunder should be a runaway. I almost agree. I kind of would, I'd look to lay it, but we're just so tough, right? Still a young team. Got to go under here. Look, I mean, this goes against the market. The Sharps are moving this game over. There's no doubt about it. Maybe it'll be the Thunder going out there and putting up 132 points in this one, Mindy. I don't know. Pig Zombie says this is a spot and likes these young players on the Blazers, whoever they are, to get it done. Let's see what the kind of lineup they're going to throw out there tonight. Sharp, Thibault, Reddish, Watford, and Eubanks. Well, it could be. Yeah, I think that's interesting because Sharp's an exciting player, no doubt about it. I'd look to see if I can get some. Well, that's about what I like on Portland is Sharp here. Verley, OKC wins in and under. Yeah, right. We've been on the Thunder a lot, and not been on the Thunder very few times, and this will be another one of them. I'm probably, I don't know, probably going to find a way to get there. Maybe I'll do a little, maybe I'll tease it. Heaven forbid.
Right.
Eubanks, big matchup here. You guys like Eubanks? OKC money line and under. Ron G says, all right, we're on the under, Mindy. Yeah. Okay, here we go. One more, guys.
Consensus play number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Well, let's see what we got here with Minnesota and Golden State. Golden State 6.5. Look at this total, Mindy. 239.5. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Timberwolves here today. I'm gonna take them plus the points. They are putting up about 126 a game over their last 3 here. Both of these teams have been putting up points. I'm going to go ahead and take the the Timberwolves. With the Warriors only scoring in the low 120s here. Going to take the Timberwolves.
All right, I'm going to go over the total here. This is probably was going to be a premium. Now it's not. It's 239.5. It's not 235.5. And bummer.
Right.
I can find some premiums here now, but look, it was never the send out was 235.5. It opened mostly 237. I like the over. Yeah, Cat's already questionable again. Anthony Edwards still questionable. I think I got one of the two playing in this one. Might be a big night for Golden State. We'll see. Minnesota, Mindy's on them, so. Maybe they do. She's got them to hang in there, obviously.
Right.
So Ron G says he can't do it though. Another good game for Minnesota, Howard says. Here's Thomas Lewis on Golden State. And Scott says, right. But why can't they, I don't know if it's quite like it was last season. I mean, other than winning a title, what else could it be? But still, to me, there's just a little bit. It's not quite the same. Yes, I imagine they'll still come on a little bit here, but I can't see them taking the West down. And I know you're not saying that. I'm just saying, I don't think the Warriors. It seemed like they started to get it going a little bit earlier last year, didn't it? Okay. And Howard says he wants to see the players, Minnesota players, get in there and play if he wants to do something with this game. So Mindy's on Minnesota. I'm on the over tonight. We've got 4 games in the NBA there. All right.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.